All right, good morning, everybody. It is a Wednesday. All right, so let me tell you what's going on here. Right now, about 5 minutes ago, I bought KBAL. KBAL. And I've got a couple targets up here on KBAL. All right, so I bought KBAL at 1183. First target. It's going to bring me up to 1195. And then I go all the way up to 1212. All right, could take a while, so we're going to just stay in this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and post an area that I'm going to have to watch here if I need to get out of this KBAL. All right, I want to give this plenty of room. This is going to be a caution level down here around 1180. And I'm just going to another 10 cents lower, 1170. All right. Anyway, so we're long KBAL. So if we get down to these two red lines, I'd be watching them possibly get out. I have to see how the market acts. But anyway, we're long. 1195 first target. DSEY, I want to buy DSEY up here at 830. I already have 8 million in volume. KBAL has 2.7. FRTX is another one popping up on the radar. But it has to come up to around 355 for me to consider putting a buy order in. So I do have an alert sitting up there. Be watching FRTX. Morning, Glenn. How you doing, sir? DSEY. Gotta keep an eye on DSEY. Still at 830. 830. All right, so that may be getting ready to hit. So we'll watch that. What else do we have on the radar? KBAL moving nicely. KBAL hit our first target of 1195. Next target, 1212. All right, I think we may have enough strength in here to get this thing up to 1212. I'm just going to kind of watch it in here. All right, so let's see what else is on the radar. Let's take a look at our indices. Starting off with the mini Russell. I don't see any opportunities on the mini Russell. Looking at gold, another one I like to follow. I'm not seeing anything on gold. Natural gas already had some buys this morning, so don't see any opportunities there. We may get something set up. Kind of keeping an eye on crude. Don't see anything on crude. Crude's still coming down. There's crude. Natural gas. Old. And finally, let's look at the mini NASDAQ, and I don't see anything there either. All right. Possible buy coming up on RTY. I want to kind of watch RTY. RTY is going to have to come up to this 1889 in order for me to get a buy. 1889. I'll put an alert in there. These alerts I don't think are working now. 1889. $18.89. All right, there we go. All right, others on the radar, UNCY. Had some nice moves the other day. Right now, I don't see an opportunity there. A lot of these stocks, once they have a good move the prior day, a lot of times you can keep trading these for the next 2 or 3 days. JDST, gosh, that's been good for a couple weeks. So I always like to continue to want JDST. GOTO was a mover the other day. I don't see anything I like on GOTO. IBIO, real thin on volume. You can stay away from that. VR, AX. Not liking VRAX at all. And take that one completely off the radar. WW was a good one yesterday. Not seeing anything I like there. I'm going to take that off the radar. SVRE. Not seeing anything I like on that. AZUL. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of going through my watch list. And I am looking to see not only... I look at the volume. I like to look at the difference between the bid and ask, what kind of spread we have on it. This is 3-cent spread. So I'm looking for volume, but I'm also looking, I have some other charts that I'm looking at that identify 4 different patterns. If those patterns set up and they're buy patterns, then what I'll do is I'll look to see if Einstein can give me some decent levels, and if it can, then I'll go ahead and I'll jump in. That's why I'm in KBAL. KBAL had 2 patterns set up for buy. I have 2 levels once again. Hit level number 1, and next level is going to be this 212. The screen level was the first one at 95. I'm in at 83. So one thing I have on is KBAL. So your snow has stopped. Yeah, Powell speaking again today. Why did they schedule him for 2 days? Yeah, I mean, that is a good question. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. It's unusual. I don't think I've seen that in a while. I don't know if I've ever seen it. Market didn't like it yesterday. We'll see what it does today. Still opportunities. Even if the market's coming down, there's always going to be a few stocks that are moving up. Now, if you're a seller, there's plenty of opportunities if you want to be a seller, but... And I do like... That is my preference. I'm really a big seller when it comes to trading, but stocks, I'm sticking to buys. But when it comes to the indices, I love selling indices. I mean, everything. Any Forex, any of the Forex, I do watch that. I love selling on Forex. Euro, US, US yen, my 2 favorites. I do watch the Aussie US. What's KBAL gonna do? KBAL just kind of sitting in here. I do have a little bit of profit on this. Tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get ready to get out of this. And if this thing doesn't start moving, I'm going to go ahead and take my profit. Really like to try to make it to the opening, because then we could have a nice little new flush of buyers coming in here. So let's just watch that. We'll continue to watch that. Okay, so if you're joining us on YouTube or Facebook, I want to thank you for joining us this morning. What we are doing here is we focus on several different things. We're watching stocks right now. We also watch, if you're a commodity trader, I am watching some of the indices, watching the mini Russell. I am watching the mini NASDAQ. I like to watch gold, keep an eye on gold, natural gas. I watch crude oil. Forex, I keep an eye on the US yen and the euro US. But most of the activity in the morning is going to come with the indices and the stocks. So right now, the only thing I have on right now is KBAL. The things that you see here that I'm trading are strategies that I have come up with over my last 40 years of trading. I have 4 specific patterns that I look at that will set up buys and or sells. Right now we're just focusing on buys on stocks. Everything else I'll take I'll take a buy or a short. And these green lines that you see here, these are, once a pattern is set up, then I'll apply the Einstein formula to it. Einstein gives me price targets. And I do know the nice thing about Einstein, it's not just a price target, but it has a probability behind it. So these, every single one of these green lines have over a 70% probability of hitting before it hits a reversal point. And I don't have that reversal point in here. I'm just going to get out of KBAL. Still have profit. Going to get out of this. I'll post all these trades. People have been asking to see them. I'm going to go ahead and I'll post the last few days. Try to do a quick video. I apologize for that. I just get so busy. I am a full-time trader, so all I do is I trade all day long. And so, but the idea is to demonstrate my method, which is a very simple. I'm only using basically just 2 parameters. I look for my patterns to set up. I also know the probabilities of each one of those patterns. Took me years to find them. And then the Einstein formula. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about what they are, there's a little link below this video. Click on that link and you can check it out. And so the nice thing about just using 2 parameters, it's, well, there's several advantages to that. Number one, these parameters that I use all have probabilities built behind them. So that's real important. So instead of just drawing a line, like support and resistance, or which is a lot of people trade support and resistance, or they like to use Fibonacci numbers or whatever. These come with very high probabilities. Okay, so that's huge. So that's hard to say with other things. So in other words, what is the probability of coming up to a point of resistance and it hitting it and pulling back down? Or is it going to go through it and then that becomes support, right? I don't think anybody has those numbers. If they do, that's great. But the problem is support and resistance can be subjective. And it doesn't give you an exact point. These give me exact entries and exact targets. And not only is my entry point or the pattern have a probability of success over 70%, but also Einstein as well. So, and I'm only using 2 parameters. So it does lower the stress level when it comes to trading, because all you're really looking at is two different things, 2 different setups. and you place your trade, and then it's very specific where you get out, and that's it. I mean, it's a simplified way of trading. One of the things I've learned over the last 40 years is that if you can make trading simple, and trading really is simple, if you can make it simple, you're going to be a lot more successful because it's going to take the stress out of it. And the other thing is you want to trade with things what I call are universal. These are universal. So in other words, these patterns, Einstein, it doesn't matter what, I'm using the same patterns. I'm using the same calculations with Einstein that I use in stocks. I use the same ones in whether it be Forex or it be a commodity. So they're universal. So a lot of confidence behind what I use. I'm very confident in these tools. I've used them for the last 35 years, my 40-year trading. So I'm very confident in using it. So that's the other thing. You got to be confident in what you're doing and what you're using. I don't think you can build up confidence with an indicator. Now this line, let me see. This purple line you see right here. It's always people are, what is that? What is that? No, that's a study. That's a VWAP. And the reason I look at VWAP is I don't use it in a trading decision. What I do is I look to see where there may be a bunch of orders coming in. So in other words, if they're coming, let's say we're coming down to VWAP in this situation, and maybe I have a sell-in opportunity, and maybe I have several levels below that, okay? I'll be more inclined to hold it a little bit more because maybe we'll get a short, maybe we'll get a flood of orders. So I look for that flood. I like to see what that order flow is around VWAP. Because a lot of times that will, propel me to that next second level or third level. It's the only reason I look at it. That's probably one of the most popular ones. It's what everybody looks at. It's not like a moving average. I mean, everybody uses different moving averages, so that's not reliable. But VWAP, pretty reliable and kind of give me an idea where some orders are going to be resting. So, anyway, I like to look at that and see if there's going to be some additional volatility around those, that VWAP. All right. Okay, so I got out of KBAL. I'm going to watch it up here. KBAL starts to move again. I still have this 12-12 target sitting up there. I could still pull out another 10-12 cents on it and wait and see what that does. Not a whole lot popping up on my radar. I like to trade stocks between $1 and $10, but I will look at some of these like KBAL. Up to $20. I don't do a lot of stocks between 10 and 20 because I like to be able to have the ability to put on some size on them. But KBIL, I just really like that setup this morning, and I had several levels that I missed, but I still had a few up here, and I wanted to take advantage of that. Get rid of this. Come on. All right, let's take a look at DSEY. That was another one on my radar. Yeah, it's kind of come up to 830. If I consider getting into that. FRTX definitely needs to move higher, 355. UNCY, not seeing anything yet on UNCY. AZUL. All right, AZUL, not entering right now, but this $7 area looks pretty good. Keep an eye on that. So the yellow lines basically are areas that I'm watching to possibly enter. Doesn't mean I will enter. Greens are my levels, my target levels once I get in. Okay, I think we could pop on KBAL.
CB.
Let's watch KBAL. I mean, the volume on KBAL, 3 million already. I think KBAL is getting ready to move. I'm going to jump back into KBAL. All right, back in the KBAL. 11.99 on KBAL right here. All right, let's take a look at real quick. Let's look at the indices. Hey, Russell, no go yet. Any NASDAQ, no go yet. Gold, not seeing anything on gold. Not seeing anything. Natural gas. Nothing at all. All right, we're gonna open here in about 10 seconds. Right now, it looks like Dow's gonna open up fairly quiet. Could open a little bit lower. Right now, it looks pretty quiet. And keep an eye on KBIL. All right, real quiet. Only down 7 right now. Down 11 on the Dow. Still nothing popping up on the radar. Glenn, you are certainly welcome. Do I see anything on FRTX? I don't see anything on FRTX. So once again, little disclaimer, I am not a trading advisor. I am just here to show you how I trade. This is only for educational purposes only. Do not follow me or anybody blindly, okay? You, as an individual, need to learn how to trade. I can give you the tools that I use in my experience over the last 40 years of trading. These are my own personal tools. They are not tools that are publicly available. And
FISK.
the key is you want to learn how to be your own trader. Following somebody is going to be a losing strategy unless you understand how it works. All right. And also keep in mind, if you're watching anybody on YouTube, there is a built-in delay factor with YouTube. So unless you're getting live stream with somebody, it's very difficult to follow somebody, particularly if you're a short-term trader, as we are. So I do not recommend that you do that. Also, do not trade unless you know that you can be profitable. So start with a simulator or start with a demo account. And if you can't make money there, you're not going to make money live. So don't just quickly, I see a lot of traders are so anxious to make money. They jump in thinking it's easy. And sometimes they have success right out of the gate. And then they get overconfident and they blow themselves up. So don't do that. It's not unusual to start off making money when you first start trading. I don't know what it is about it. But I see a lot of traders, they have a few good trades and then all of a sudden they're experts and then they blow themselves out and it's a disaster. So don't be one of those 98% of traders that lose money. 98% of traders that lose money, most of them treat it as a hobby. This is not a hobby. This is a career. This is something you have to put a lot of time and dedication into it. You cannot just come in here and think that you're going to make a ton of money. You've got to study, you got to work, and you got to put in the effort into it. And the key is to try to find the best tools available to help give you an edge. You need that edge, and then the rest is up to you as a trader. Let's see what IBIO is moving. I want to take a look at IBIO. Oh yeah, IBIO. IBIO was on the radar the other day. 2-cent spread, bid ask. I don't see any really strong patterns popping up here, but I'm getting ready to get out of KBIO because KBIO is starting to really pop. Looking for 1212 on KBAL. Okay, we hit 1212, 1213. So basically I have my finger on the trigger here to get out. 1219, it's taken off. 1220. $12.22. I'm out. Went ahead and got out and took my profit. Once it hits that upper level, I will watch it, and any kind of weakness that comes in, I will get out. Yeah, it may go parabolic. That's fine. But you don't want to be greedy. Greedy will kill you in trading. Don't look back and say, oh my God, I could have picked up another 50 cents. Most stocks are not going to do that. All right. So be careful. Anyway, so I'm flat. I don't have anything on. All right, so I've got another one that's popping up on the radar, SP. Let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at these indices. I may get a take a quick look at our indices this morning and see if we still nothing. All right, so I don't like that 1889 anymore, so I'm going to just remove that notification.
AMAM.
Oh, AMAM. That's been one of my favorites over the last few days. Let's look at AMAM.
FISK.
All right, so yeah, I don't like AMAM. There's a couple.
CFRX.
I do not like AMAM. I'm gonna stay away from AMAM right now. It could still pull back. I don't really have any clear buys. I could see a target here of, it's getting close though. 950. Yeah, see, it already hit 950.
AMAM.
BIO. B.
Could go up to 69, almost 70 on AMAM. All right, we're just gonna let that go. What happened to our KBAL? Yeah, see KBAL pulling back. ARLO. Nothing. Once again, just to let y'all know, this is what you're seeing over here. This is a scanner. I have several scanners that I use.
AMAM.
This particular one, Momo,
LYD.
I love Momo. Momo's fairly new, but what I like about it is it gives me, I can set in my own parameters for whatever I'm looking for, and gives me the audible alerts. I have it set up for new highs.
HIBS.
Anyway, if you guys are interested in getting a scanner, let me know because
IO.
I'm trying to work with the company to give you guys some kind of discount or something, since I do display their scanner. So if you're interested, go to my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com. Let me know you're interested, and I'll see if I can't get you a discount code for it. All right, so I love it though. You can also try it out. You try it and see if you like it. I think they give you a week trial for free, so I think it's worth everybody taking a look at it. And it's very reasonably priced, particularly with the discount that you can get. So, all right, so HIBS, that was on the radar the other day. I think I took that off though. I don't think I liked it.
AMAM.
I don't think I really was excited about the... Yeah, I don't see any... Well, I see some potential on HIBS. Problem is we're only looking at 97,000 shares. Yeah, it's not huge. KBAL came back to my first target. My second target. So we're already out of that though. I am just looking at some of my scanners here and to see if I see anything here that I really like. Right now I don't see anything yet. I mean, I like the volume on RIGL. I just don't like. I mean, I've already had several sell patterns come in. I don't see anything. I don't see any buying opportunities. I'll keep it on the radar, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into it. DSCY. Still need that to pop up. I'm surprised we didn't see it already. FRTG. Man, I don't see any opportunities there. I'm going to remove this alert up here because I don't see an opportunity up there anymore. Ooh, I like STNE. I like the charts. I don't have any. Well, I do. Okay, I've got a couple levels here. Let's take a look and see if there's how much of an opportunity. All right, 958 would be a target. $10. Yeah, STNE does definitely have some. It definitely has some potential. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take a really light position here. STNE. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a couple hundred shares. I don't want to buy too much on STNE. All right, let's see if we can get it up to $10.
AMAM.
Do not like FRTX. I'll keep it up on the radar though. I'll move it here. MAM though is definitely heating up. I do have some upper targets. I'm going to take a small position here in AMAM. Charts are getting better. I like the charts. I am getting a few buys. I have a couple setups here, so let's take a look. Let's see what we have. I like this. All right, first target up here. Okay, I'm gonna go to 1007 first target. Come on. Can't get my darn. It's already taken off. It's exploding on me. Nice. All right, that 1007 was my
KELYB.
first target. Let's see, I've got another target here. Okay, I've got another target up here at 1018. Another target at 1023. These are all different patterns that are setting up.
IONM.
Wow, 1040. That's good enough. All right. All right, bought a little bit of STNE, also an AMAM. Okay, come on. Why is it's stuck? There we go. That's better. All right, so yeah, we don't watch VER. So let's look at STNE, still in STNE. Look at JDST. Might do some more trading on JDST today. GNS, been on our radar for a while. Don't see anything in GNS. HIBS. HIBS still has some potential to the upside. I'm going to watch AMAM. RIGL was another one that was on my radar. Don't like RIGL. DCGO. Man, there's no volume on DCGO. Nothing on DCGO. EDBL has some opportunity, but the problem is that spread between the bid and the ask is all over the place. But it definitely looks like it's going to go higher.
IONM.
Yeah, it's on its way to several levels. All right, so I don't like that. I don't like the spread, so I'm not going to get into that. RIGL. Let's see if we looked at that. AZUL. I'm watching AZUL. It's going to have to bounce up here before I consider getting into it. I'll let that go. All right, so we're getting a short on natural gas. Okay, so I do see a short on natural gas. Let's look at natural gas real quick. All right, if you like to trade natural gas like I do, I have a target down here of 25.45. And it's going to be a profit target 25.45. If I need the reverse, it's going to be 26.65. Also watching RTY. RTY is getting close to a buy. I want to buy it up here at 1884.
Buy entry.
Okay, 1884. So RTY just got triggered on a buy. Okay, target on RTY. That should bring me up to 1889. All right, that is going to be my profit target. And folks, we are here now at the top of the hour. So we're going to end it with the this broadcast. We'll continue on in our live trading room. Once again, thank you all for joining us. Any questions? You can check out all my videos on YouTube, Innovative Trading Strategies, or visit my website, innovativetradingstrategies.com. If you have any specific questions, make sure you watch that link below. Talks a little bit more about my patterns that I use and the Einstein formula that I use to provide these targets, these levels. And that's going to wrap it up. So everybody have a really good trading day, and hopefully we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. Take care.